Hello, and thanks for joining for another meetup group. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are or night. Um, Last video, we went through what is nerve energy, what are the 10 energy enhancers to not only conserve, but to help build reserves of nerve energy. So I just want to recap today what is nerve energy, what are the 10 energy enhancers, and how to really start implementing them. And I have a couple quizzes, I guess a quiz and a questionnaire to go through. So you will need a piece of paper and pen or pencil to write down. Um, when we get into the quiz, the questionnaire is just a simple, you can answer on a piece of paper or in your mind. So that's nothing you'll need paper for, but you will need a piece of paper and pen, so just be aware. So what is nerve energy again? Nerve energy is simply the low-grade electrical current or frequency that's produced by the brain every day. It's sent out to all the cells of the body to get them to do what they need to do to carry out their daily function. So it's very critical. It's like crucial to your health, well-being, and just your life in general. If you don't have nerve energy, you cease to exist really quick. So if you just picture your brain as the power plant and your spinal cord and all your nerves, your peripheral nerves and stuff that go out to the cells, muscles, as being the power lines that carry that electrical current. And then all your cells are the homes and the businesses and the places across your body that require that energy. So like your house has lines coming in to give it power to run your refrigerator, your stove, your TV, your computer, your Wi-Fi router, all that stuff. It's the same thing. That electrical current has to get there, and then it has to invigorate or power or tell that Wi-Fi router or that refrigerator, okay, turn on, stay cool, send out signal. Your cells are the same way, so nerve energy is critical. Your brain sends it, and then the cell is like, okay, this is what I need to do. It gives it that little spark to go. So just be careful how low you take your nerve energy. So you want to conserve it, like we talked last video, you want to conserve it. And how do you do that? That's with the 10 energy enhancers. So using the 10 energy enhancers, adopting them into your life will not only help you conserve, but once you get conserving to a proper level, then you'll start building reserves. And again, you don't have a battery in your brain or body, but if you just picture a battery like you put into a remote or in your phone or a flashlight or something, that battery will store that nerve energy. So the days that you have a cheat day, or maybe you're just off that day, we all have off days, you will have a little bit of reserves to help either digest the food or give your cells that spark to do what they need to do to eliminate stuff. So that's the biggest thing our cells need to be able to do is eliminate. So what are the 10 energy enhancers? Again, I'll go through the list, but cleanliness of the body, both internally and externally. That's simply keep the outside of your body clean and be careful what you put in your body. And again, remember, our skin is our largest organ, so what you put on your skin gets absorbed into the bloodstream and into your body. So lotions, shampoos, chemicals from cleaning, suntan lotion, all that stuff, it gets absorbed. So just be very careful on that. Just keep the body clean internally and externally. And then pure air. Pure air is a really big one. Again, Americans, if you're in America, spend 90 to 95% of our time indoors. And indoor air quality has been proven to be up to 10 times more polluted than outside air. So, and that's office buildings. So if you're at work, schools, homes, Americans are spending that much time inside. So, 1 billion tiny cells in our lungs to try to filter, take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide. So it's super important to breathe clean, pure air. And then pure water is number 3. And that one's just as, important because most people think of water as just hydration, and, they don't really think about it on a deeper level that if your cell starts drying out, your muscles, the tissues of your body start drying out, then you can't eliminate. And again, elimination is huge for our body and for our cells. So you got to have water, and 72% of our body is made up of water. Some people say it's a little more, some a little less, but it's a lot of water. 44 quarts of water. So, and you lose 3 to 4 quarts a day. It's important to put clean, pure water back in. You don't want stuff that's filled with chemicals. Unfortunately, city water coming out of a plant that's cleaned it and then chemically treated it is just loaded. I forget the exact numbers. Over 700 chemicals are left in America's water supply in most places across the country after it's been treated. And that goes, from everything from fluoride to pesticides that's being left in our water system. And they're all toxic. So number 4, adequate rest, relaxation, and sleep. Big one, huge. Sleep is probably one of the best ways to rebuild nerve energy and to have that downtime where the brain and the body can store and have, time to rebuild and conserve. We know that most people need to go to sleep around between 9 and 10 at night. And most people will get up between 4 and 6 in the morning. You have a circadian rhythm. The sun goes down. We've gotten away from this too. The sun goes down and it triggers different chemicals in the body. You have melatonin, serotonin. You have all these things that get triggered to bring your energy level down, to put you to sleep, and then to wake you up. So we've gotten away from that. And we stay up so late. We have, third shifters and all that stuff. And it's just not healthy for the body. So, and then rest and relaxation. Another big one. People think that it's just plopping on the couch, turning on that streaming service and binging, 5-6 hours of TV and sipping that drink from one of those, fancy, or I shouldn't say fancy, but one of those places where you can get coffee or donuts or whatever, and fast food and takeout. And that's okay once in a great while, but you should not be doing that. That should not be the norm. That should be a rarity. That should be like a treat if you're going to do it. But take a nap. Try to get true rest and relaxation where you just sit comfortably or lay comfortably somewhere, shut your eyes. Don't do it while you're driving, obviously, and just truly relax. And I'll go into this a little bit more, but on how to get a couple of these, together. Number 5, ideal diet, touchy subject. Certain diets work for certain people and certain diets don't work for those same people. So we have to realize that we're all unique. Our body is very unique, very special. So one diet for all is not going to work. Sorry. There's no way around that. There's no way to beat around the bush on that. Don't listen to what's working for everybody. You have to find out what's working for you. That's why getting a coach, a health coach, we can help you at Clean Slate, but you got to find somebody that can help you figure out which one works best for you. And again, the key is toxins. Elimination. Our body has to be able to eliminate that. What you put in, clean, pure water that has no chemicals, it's just distilled, is going to have 0 toxins for your body to get rid of. But you start dumping all the stuff in it, like I said, 700 chemicals, your body's got to get rid of that. So elimination is important. The same with your diet. You put all the chemicals, processed food, sugars, all the man-made stuff that's not natural in its whole natural organic state is going to cost your body nerve energy to try to eliminate and digest that. And eventually you'll run out of that. If you eat improperly for too long, you will run out of nerve energy. And then your body doesn't use to store a toxin because your body couldn't get rid of it. And it has to. Most of that stuff, well, all of it is acidic. And your body doesn't want to get burned, so it encapsulates it. So ideal diet, very important. Again, very touchy subject. People will tell you, oh, no, the keto works for me. And you're like, it didn't work for me. And that's fine because it probably didn't work for you. It might have worked for them, some people. And mindset's a big thing. You have to believe in what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's diet or life coaching or health coaching or switching careers. If you don't believe in it, it's not going to work. Number 6, adequate sunshine, natural light. Again, scientists are still trying to figure out all the benefits of sunshine, aka natural light. We know that you need to take some exposure through the eyes, not direct. Don't ever stare at the sun. But like I told you in the last video, I like to wear a hat without sunglasses, and I just go outside, and then I get that absorbed through the light through the eyes. So then you need to get as much as possible on the skin. Again, 5 to 20 minutes front side, 5 to 20 minutes backside. Protect the delicate skin of the face and genitals. If you go nude, which is the best way to get the most sun, just be careful and do it before 10 a.m. or after 3 p.m. so that the sun's not high in the sky coming straight down to burn you. You want it over here so it's not as direct the rays, or over here, so 10, 3. So just be careful with that. And it boosts mood. Vitamin D. It increases metabolism. So like I said, you can knock out a couple of these. I like to go out on our deck. You can probably see behind us. In as little as possible. Sometimes nude, mostly in shorts. Roll them up as high as possible. Expose as much as possible. Lay on a towel or something soft or whatever. And then I lay for about 20 minutes per side. And you can do this in the winter. Just be careful on the temperatures. Today's a beautiful day out. It's still a little cold, but you could do it. But I'll lay 20 minutes front side, 20 minutes back side. And I'll use either my phone next to me with a meditation if there's a lot of traffic. And if there's not traffic and it's quiet and the birds and the wind is, going, then I'll just meditate with the sound of that. But you can knock out your rest and relaxation. You can knock out your sun, your natural light, and you can get your pure air because you're outside. Unless you live in a very polluted place, out here you can see we have lots of trees, so lots of fresh oxygen. And it's just a good way to knock out 3, and I love doing that. I love just going out there, getting my sunshine, getting my pure air, and getting my rest and relaxation. And sometimes I fall asleep, so then I get my cat nap. But just be careful where you are. And then number 7, right temperatures or correct temperatures. This one baffled me, like I said in the last video. I was like, what is a correct or right temperature? That makes zero sense to me. And it's simply just keep your body comfortable. A lot of us live in northern climates where it's way too cold, or a lot of people live in climates that are way too hot. That's not the correct temperature. The body needs to feel comfortable. And that this simply means, for me, when I'm home alone, if I can go nude in the house without being cold or hot, that's a correct temperature. And there's going to be times when you're working out, you're going to sweat. These are the exceptions to when you should not be in that correct temperature. So exercise and fever and maybe work, but you want to limit work to not be too much. You don't want to be overheated or freezing all the time. Sleeping is another one we went through. Sleep's number 4, but sleep. If you can sleep nude, it provides the least resistance on the body for restriction, for movement, for being able to sweat. But when you do sleep nude, if you do, you need to make sure that you're comfortable, that you're not cold, that you're not sweating. You just want you'll fluctuate warm, cold, but you don't want to be to the extremes. So that's number 7, right temperatures. And then number 8 is a big one. And we could go on and on, just like the ideal diet. Regular exercise. So we'll just touch quickly on what that means. Stretch, strain, and sweat. And that simply means you do stretching. You can do yoga. I do stretching after a workout. So a lot of people will tell you to do it before. And I, through experience and learning stuff from other people, trainers and stuff, I prefer to do it after because I don't like to stretch out my muscles, especially before like a physical sport activity or weightlifting. So I like to warm up first. You have to warm up, but always on all this stuff, consult your primary medical professional, your doctor, to make sure it's okay to switch a diet, to switch exercise plan, to switch any of this stuff. So just be careful. You have to know your body. You have to listen to your limitations, your true limitations. But yeah, regular exercise. It's key to the lymphatic system. So with what's going on in the world right now, if you're not moving, your lymphatic system's not doing good, which means your immune system, because it's basically all one, is struggling. Your lymphatic system is your waste elimination system, and it does not have the heart to pump, so it requires movement of the muscles to constrict, to pump up the lymph fluid through the lymph vessels to the lymph nodes and out to the elimination organs of the kidneys, lungs, skin. So that one's important. You have to exercise. And even if you're, like I said in the last one and in many videos, even if you're stuck in a chair or in a bed, you're bedridden, you got to do something. Even if it's just moving your arms, move your head, lift your legs, whatever you can do, you got to do it to get that lymph moving. There's lymphatic massage. There's people that can come, or you can go to them and they can do a lymphatic massage on you. Just be careful, because if you've been clogged up, not moving for a while, you can overload your system. So I have a lymphacizer. Angie and I use that, and we have the kids use it too. It's basically a small trampoline, and you just jump. I do jumping jacks on it to make sure I get all, because your lymphatic system, the vessels have little flaps, so it can move up, because it all has to come up and dump into the eliminative organs, but it can't go back. But it requires you to have that movement. So the small trampoline or the lymphacizer is the best, and don't go overboard. Sometimes if you haven't been active, when I was sick a while back, I did it, and I did too many. I did like 20 jumping jacks on the lymphacizer. Instant like nausea and just feeling off, because all that stuff was being dumped to get rid of it. So be careful with that one. But exercise, you got to get exercise. You got to stretch, strain, and sweat. And sweating is the aerobic. Strain is obviously weightlifting or resistance training. So all three of them are important. You need to do all of them. I try to work out 4 to 5 times a week. And on the days where you're tired, this is where you have to push through. If you have an exercise bike, or you can go for a walk, even when you're tired, you still have to do something. You got to get that movement. Maybe not do your hardcore workout that day, just move it back a day, but you still have to do something, because procrastination will take over. And then next thing you know, you're bedridden and you can't eliminate. And then the next thing you know, they're telling you, oh, it's in your lymph nodes, because your lymph nodes are backed up with all the crap that you didn't eliminate. So if you need any help with all this, please again reach out to us at Clean Slate Health and Wellness. We can help. Don't ever feel like it's too much. And then we'll jump. Number 9 is emotional balance and freedom from addictions. High self-esteem, purposeful life with meaningful choices. I use choices, not goals, because goals means you don't have it, and you have to figure out how to get in and what to change. Choice means you're just going to choose to have that. So just remember emotional balance. You don't want to be at highs and lows, like all over the place. If that's the case, you probably need to seek out a coach or a therapist to get regulated. Freedom from addictions. We all have addictions. Some people, it's alcohol. Some people, it might be illegal drugs. But for the majority of people, it's one that isn't thought of, is food. Food is an addiction. If you find yourself like, oh, I need that next bite, you're craving something, there's a good chance that you have an addiction to food. Porn is another big one that a lot of people, food is healthy if you do it in a healthy way, just like, sex and porn can be healthy if you do it in a healthy way. But when it starts interfering with your life and health, then you know you have a problem. Purposeful life. Do you feel content with where you are in life? Are you following your internal compass? I'll do a video on the internal compass, but are you following that drive, that voice that's within you to do this? When you go to work, is it happy to you? Do you enjoy it? There's going to be days at every job, even if you're following your internal compass, where you don't like it. But are you following that? Or are you so far off path that you hate your job, you hate what you're doing, you don't make meaningful choices, you are really contributing nothing back with your, talents that were given to you from the universe, your creator, God, whatever you believe in. I lived most of my life far away from my internal compass and not listening to it. And now I am, and there's ups and downs, and that's the way it is. You just have to trust in the creator, the universe, God, again, whatever you believe in. So that's a big one. Number 9 is a huge one. That emotional balance, that freedom from addictions, high self-esteem. Stop looking at social media. Stop looking at these influencers. You have to realize that these influencers most of them are given this stuff so that they can promote it. And you look at it and you're like, oh, Lamborghini, oh, look at that house. Oh, look at that clothes. Look at what they're eating all the time. Oh, they have all the. Stop looking at social media. The best thing you could do is just set a time limit for how much you look at it with the mindset that, okay, this is not who I am. I'm unique. There's only one of me in the whole universe. Just like there's only one of you in the whole universe. That's special. That's rare. You're not going to be like them. So that's number 9. That's a big one. And then number 10 is huge. This could be even more important. I think it is more important than the diet or any of them. Obviously, you have to be eating and stuff and eating correct. But this one, nurturing relationships, number 10. If you don't love yourself, if you can't love yourself, you're going to struggle with everything in your life. I struggle with this to this day, some days, and it creates many problems. But I've learned how to do the things I need to do to smooth it out, to bring myself back and not get so far off like I did in the past that you just struggle. Angie's been a huge influence on that. And again, we can help you with this. So your biggest relationship you'll ever have in life is with yourself. That's simple. Doesn't matter if you want a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever you believe in, relationship with family, friends. If you don't have a great relationship with yourself, they're all going to struggle. So you have to love yourself. You have to find a way to find a coach. I can help you. Angie can help you. Find a therapist, somebody that really understands this list. Ask whoever you're going to see, do you know what the energy enhancers are? The 10 nerve energy enhancers. If they don't know it, then you need to get a hold of us. We can help you. So 10, nurturing relationships. You have to, and that goes from, you're going to struggle with bosses, coworkers, friends, family. If you don't love yourself, if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, the best way I put it to people is if you can't step out into these woods alone on a nice weekend where you're not going to freeze to death or, cook to death, if you can't go out there to a cabin and be alone and be okay with that, with no phone, no TV, no people, just alone for even a weekend, if you can't do that and you're like battling yourself and you don't like to be out there and you have all this anxiety, everything coming up, you need to work on your relationship with yourself, because that's so important. So that's the list. Again, cleanliness of the body, pure air, pure or clean water, adequate rest, relaxation, and sleep. Sleep is important, super important. The ideal diet, adequate sunshine, natural light. Get out there. Today's a beautiful day. Even if you don't want to go lay in suntan, get out there. Take your shirt off. Whatever you can do legally and safely to get sun on your skin. Don't stare at it. And then right temperatures, correct temperatures. Make sure you're living in the right temperature range. You're sleeping in the right temperature range. Regular exercise, hugely important, especially with what's going on with this stupid pandemic and all this stuff that's going on and living in fear. You have to stretch, strain, and sweat. Yoga, weightlifting, get on a bike, go for a run, do some stairs. And then emotional balance, freedom from addictions, high self-esteem, purposeful life with meaningful choices, and then nurturing relationships. If you want to have a great relationship with others, you have to have a great relationship with yourself first. So if you're struggling with relationship issues or just anything in your life, please reach out to us at cleanslatehealthandwellness.com, Facebook Clean Slate Health and Wellness, obviously the meetup group, YouTube. We're on Instagram. So now is when you need your pen and paper. We're going to jump into some questions. So get your pen and paper, or you can do this part of it in your mind. But This is our nerve energy questionnaire that we do with all clients that come in. How would you say your cleanliness of your body is externally? Did you keep yourself clean? Are you well groomed? My hair's a little wild today, but I showered last night. I'll shower again tonight. I keep my nails clean. I make sure I brush my hair, brush my teeth, all that good stuff. Keeping my feet clean. You don't want to live in filth. So, and then next question. So that one, where would you say you are externally on cleanliness of the body? Is it good? Is it poor? Just write down one word or say one word or a short little phrase about what that is. And then cleanliness of the body externally or internally. So inside. How clean do you think you are inside? What are you putting on your skin that's absorbing? What are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you taking in through air? What are you taking in through your mind? Because that's another one people don't think about. What are you looking at? What are you watching? Scary movies, big one. Creates a lot of fear and stress. And you just have to be careful. So what is your internal cleanliness? Good? Poor? Okay? Needs improvement? Next one, how clean is the air you breathe daily? And how much do you get outside? So how clean is the air in this room? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to say probably a 5 or 6 because I know that the carpet is made of chemicals, and when the sun hits it, it releases those into the air as it warms up. So I know the paint does the same thing. We have some plants in here, but they're doing their part. But I would say it's, a 5 or 6. And then how much do I get outside? I go outside every day. Even if I'm sick, I go outside and I stand. Especially when the sun is out, I stand. I take our dog out. I go out on the deck. So how much do you get outside and how clean is the air that you breathe every day? How pure is the water you drink every day? And how much do you drink? I can't show you, but we have big, I think they're 3-gallon water filters. They filter out pretty much everything. So I know I'm getting good, clean, pure water. And then I drink between 80 to 120 ounces a day. And you have to realize that if you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, especially fresh ones, you're getting a lot of water content from that. So you might not need as much water, but you're still going to need some water, especially if you're exercising, got a fever. So how much water do you drink every day? And how clean or pure is your water? Next question. Describe the types of rest and relaxation you get and how much quality sleep you get each night. So what types of rest and relaxation do you do? For me, I'll meditate. I like to work out, but that's not really a rest and relaxation. But in between sets, I'll lay on the bench. If I'm doing bench press, I'll do my set and then I'll lay there for a minute and I'll just do a quick meditation. So what kind of rest and relaxation are you getting? Going outside, sitting outside, laying on your bed, doing a visualization or a meditation. Those are good ways. And then how much quality sleep do you get each night? I've been struggling the last few nights. So going from 6, 7, 8 to 4, 5, 6, and it really affects you. I can feel it, and I'm pretty sure that all of you can. So how much quality sleep do you get each night? And what types of rest and relaxation do you get? And then describe your overall diet, including snacks and drink. Not the water. We already went over that. But what do you eat on a daily basis? What's your normal diet? What's your normal snacks? What are your normal drinks? And then just look at that. When you make that list, what do you eat? What you drink? The big thing you can do is break it down into calories. How many calories did you eat? How much of that was protein? How many grams? How much of that was carbs? How much was fat? And then look at sugar and sodium. And then look at all the chemicals. Because if it's full of chemicals, you most likely shouldn't be eating it. So what's your overall diet on a daily basis look like? Jot that down. And then you can compute like your calories, your protein intake. We don't need as much protein as they say we do. And then the next one, how much sunshine do you get each day? And on what percentage of your body? So again, you have to be very careful. You don't want to get sunburned. And if you're on a medication that you shouldn't be in the sun because it affects that, then please don't. Always consult your primary care medical professional, whether that's your doctor or your specialist that you're seeing, about any diet, exercise, or lifestyle changes. So, like I said, I like to go 20 minutes front side, then I flip over 20 minutes back side. And if I can, I go nude, so that would be 100% of the body. So what is your percentage of the body that you get sunshine on every day? And how much time do you get sunshine on your body every day? And then describe the temperature ranges that you experience on your daily life. I do some side work as a handyman, and the building I'm working at right now, it's pretty cold. We got the heat turned down, so you gotta stay bundled up to keep your body in the correct temperature range. I'd like to wear less clothing to work, but when it's cold like that, you can't. So you gotta have the coat and everything on. You can't just have a shirt and pants. So what's your daily temperature range like? At night, we have a nice wood stove. We keep it pretty warm in here, so you're able to sleep nude and not freeze to death and not sweat to death. So what's your daily temperature range like? Would you say it's good? Would you say it averages out to a healthy range? Or are you saying you're way hot, way cold most of the time? Next question. Describe your daily exercise types and amounts. So what are you getting for exercise and movement? Stretching, straining, sweating. Last night was exercise bike for me because it wasn't one of my workout days. So I did my cardio. It wasn't a strength day. So I did cardio. I hop on the exercise bike for 20 minutes and I go at a steady pace for 20 minutes. Sometimes I'll do wind sprints where you go 30 seconds as fast as you can go and then bring it down to, average speed where you're still going, but not super fast and not super slow, and then back up. Today's a workout day. So today will be, if I remember, I think it's shoulders. So I'll be doing weight training for shoulders. And again, I do 4 to 5 days a week. So what is your types of exercise, your types of stretching, your types of sweating? What do you do for aerobic? What do you do for weight training or resistance training? Or what do you do for stretching? I'll stretch after a workout. I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how I'm feeling, of stretching after a workout. And I always warm up on the bike before weight training, always. Even if it's 5 minutes, just to get the blood to pump in and the muscles are moving. So what do you do for exercise? What do you do for stretching? And what do you do for cardio and resistance training? And how much do you do? Next question. List any addictions you have. And this, again, includes food. So if you're addicted to a certain food or going out all the time, or cheese is a big one with the casein in it, it's very addictive. So list any addictions you have and then take a look at them. Again, food is one of them. Porn, drama. Some days I'm still addicted to drama. I work hard on it, but I think pretty much everybody is. But you have to learn how to control that chaos and drama because it makes you feel good. Our subconscious mind is pretty crazy sometimes. And then describe your self-esteem. Where would you say your self-esteem is? And the best way to take a look at this is if you had to be stripped naked and stand in front of a crowd, where's your self-esteem? Are you the type of person that loves yourself and you don't care? And you're like, I can do that. I love myself. I don't care what other people's opinions are. And that's where you have to get to, is not caring what other people's opinions are. Because at the end of it, it's only you. It's only you. And you're unique. So don't let anybody take that away from you, no matter what you're going through. So that one was describe your self-esteem. Is it high, low, middle of the pack? Do you watch a lot of influencers and you're down in the cellar because you just have no self-esteem, no confidence in yourself? And then the next question, your emotional balance. Are you super happy all the time, and then sad the next minute, and then okay the next minute, and then grumpy? Are you all over the place? So do you have good emotional balance, poor emotional balance? Are you balanced? And then the next one, describe some meaningful life choices you have made or want to make. And this is where getting a coach, all these a coach can help you on. But this one's a big one because most people don't even know how to set choices, aka goals, for themselves, whether that's health, work, life, family, self-care. People just have lost touch with that on how to do that. So describe some meaningful life choices you have made or want to make. I have a goal to get back to 205 pounds. That's a healthy, meaningful life choice for myself. That's the weight that I want to be back to. I'm almost there. I lost a lot of weight when I got sick last summer, but from down almost to 160, almost back up to 200 is pretty good. So another one is finishing school. I want to finish the one school I'm in. I finished a bunch, but I need to finish that one. So that's one I'm making. I'm making a choice to finish that. So just remember, a goal means that you don't have it. You don't know how to get there. You have to figure it out to achieve it. Whereas a choice is, I'm going to have that. I already have it, so I'm just going to choose to have that. Then the next one, describe your relationship with others in your life. Are you always in chaos? Do you always feel inferior to others? Are you always struggling to be around other people? Some people just don't like to be around people. They have such a great relationship with themselves that they can just go to that cabin I described in the woods and they could live there alone forever. I can most likely do it. I know Angie could do it right now. She has a great relationship with herself. So describe your relationship with others in your life. Are you always battling? Are you always having to prove your points? Are you always having to be right? Are they always picking on you? What's the relationship with others in your life? Good, poor, it's okay, it needs improvement. And then lastly, describe the relationship you have with yourself. Do you love yourself? Do you like how you look? Do you like your thoughts? Do you like your daily actions? Is it good? Is it poor? Is it okay? It needs improvement. You're struggling. So that's our nerve energy questionnaire that all clients get when they come in. It's nothing too scary, nothing too bad, but it gives us, and for you, giving you a sneak peek at it, it gives you a look at where you're at, what you need, what areas need to be worked on, where you need the coaching. That's the biggest thing with clients is, myself included, for years I thought I could do it myself. And the problem with that is our subconscious mind uses procrastination as its biggest tool against us. And you'll have that moment of motivation and determination, and then the subconscious mind is like, halt, stop, what are you doing? We don't like to change. We don't like to be in the unknown, so bring it on back. And you go right back to where you were. So you got to get a coach. You got to find a therapist if you don't want a coach that really understands nerve energy, the 10 energy enhancers, OTEs, original trauma events, and the subconscious mind. We can help you again at Clean Slate Health and Wellness. It's simple. You got to put in some work. You got to want to do it. You can't do it if you don't want to. So consciously you have to choose and want to do it. Otherwise, it's not worth your time or money. So now's when you need the pen and paper. If you can see this little, it's supposed to be a thermometer or a barometer, but You'll need a piece of paper and pen, and I need you to draw something similar to this, or a little long rectangle where you can put 40 marks. And obviously the top mark, sorry I didn't show you this, but this top mark is 40, halfway will be 20, and the bottom is obviously 0. So I'll give you a second to draw something like that. I'll hold it up for you so you can see that. And it doesn't have to be exact like that. You just need some spaces that you can shade in or color in. You need 40 of them. So once you get that, I'll ask some questions. And while you're doing that, I'll just read this to you. This was something I found in my school when I was doing school to be a health practitioner. True nerve energy is the reward of living healthy. Its counterfeit is stimulation from the outside through ingested substances such as coffee, cigarettes, drugs, or from the inside through a compulsive rush of negative emotions, such as greed, anger, and fear. In time, the body stimulated by this counterfeit currency squanders its regular energy resources. Severe depression and sickness will result. So, that's having a positive attitude and being disease proof. You have to have high nerve energy, is basically what that's trying to say. Avoid the stimulants. Coffee is a big one that I think most of us are addicted to. I luckily am not. Or caffeine. Don't drink any of that stuff. The only thing I drink anymore is fruit juice from fresh fruits and water, but we're all different, and that's the biggest thing is you can't get scared away and be like, oh, he does 100% plant-based and he drinks only water except for fresh fruit juices that he juices himself. Baby steps. You have to take baby steps. You have to go at your pace. We can help you work at your pace. So if you're ready, if you got that drawn now, for every question that I ask that you answer yes to, you're going to give yourself 2 marks. So shade in 2 of those spots or make 2 tally marks. If you're not doing the barometer, if you just want to do tally marks, so just make a line. So for every yes answer, you give yourself 2. For every so-so or sometimes, so if you say so-so or sometimes I do that or have that, give yourself 1 mark or 1 shaded in spot. And if you say no, you get 0. So what you'll do is, if I ask the question, are you happy right now? And you put yes, you'll shade in 2 of these. So that's how it works. So first question, do you awaken immediately with no desire to sleep in, ready to meet the day with energy and enthusiasm? So again, do you awaken immediately with no desire to sleep in, ready to meet the day with energy and enthusiasm? Yes, no, sometimes. Yes, 2 marks. So-so, sometimes, 1 mark. And no, 0. Next question. Do you wake up raring to go with a supply of energy that's endless? And do you have a feeling of well-being that continues as the day wears on, even when fatigue sets in? So do you wake up raring to go with tons of energy, and you have that feeling of that continues through the day, even when fatigue sets on later in the day? Do you often feel the secret urge to run, jump, skip as you go about your daily business? Do you often feel the secret urge? Doesn't mean you do it, but do you feel that urge to just do it? To run, jump, skip as you go about your daily business? Next question. Do you have enough wind to suddenly run 5 or 6 blocks, or can you quickly climb several flights of stairs without being tired? Do you have enough wind to suddenly run 5 or 6 blocks, or quickly climb several flights of stairs without being tired? Next one. Can you move, stretch, and bend easily to perform normal daily tasks without effort or discomfort, moaning or groaning? So can you move around and bend over and pick stuff up without discomfort, moaning, groaning, or without a lot of effort? Next question. Do you have a sufficient strength when, for instance, you have to lift a bag of potatoes or a sofa needs moving? So do you have sufficient strength when, for instance, a bag of potatoes needs lifting or a sofa needs moving? Next question. Are you free from cravings for junk food or other stimulants? Coffee, soda with caffeine, potato chips, fast food. Are you free from cravings for junk food or other stimulants? Next question. Are you free from the common cold and general aches and pains? Are you free from the common cold and general aches and pains? Prime example, are you always having allergies? Are you constantly taking pseudoephedrine or some kind of allergy pill or nasal decongestant? Are you always achy? Are you always sore? So are you free from the common cold, sicknesses, general aches and pains? Next question. Are your senses of sight, hearing, taste, and smell sharp? So can you see really well? Can you hear really well? Can you taste really well? Can you smell really well? Or do you struggle? So are your senses of sight, hearing, taste, and smell sharp or good? Next question. Is your posture straight, strong, and erect? Do you sit up straight or are you slumped? Up straight or slumped? When you walk, are you up straight or hunched over or all leaning? So is your posture straight, strong, and erect? Next question. Is your flesh firm and solid without flab, wrinkled skin, and fat without any sagging flesh? So is your flesh firm, or is it all wrinkled and hanging off? So is your flesh firm and solid without flab, wrinkled skin, and fat without sagging flesh? Next question. At the day's end, do you relax quickly and fall asleep easily? So at the day's end, when you get home, are you able to bring it down? Are you able to relax and are you able to fall asleep quickly when you go to sleep? Or do you toss, turn all the time? So at the day's end, do you relax quickly and fall asleep easily? Next question. When somebody hurts your feelings, do you recover a positive, optimistic outlook quickly? So if somebody says something mean to you, whether it's at work or school or at home, do you stay sad and upset and mad for a long time? Or do you regain positive thoughts and feelings and have optimistic outlook quickly? So when someone hurts your feelings, do you recover a positive, optimistic outlook quickly? Next question. If you do something silly, foolish, or wrong, do you forgive yourself soon after instead of nursing guilt for some time? So if you're walking into class and you trip and drop your books, do you forgive yourself and move on and laugh it off and everything's good? Or do you beat yourself up like, man, you're so stupid. How can you trip all the time? You look like a fool. You're such an idiot. So if you do something silly, foolish, or wrong, do you forgive yourself soon after instead of nursing guilt for some time? Remember, 2 marks for yeses, 1 mark for so-so or sometimes, and 0 for no. Okay, next question. Are you a people-loving person? Do you like people? Do you like being around people? Or do you hate being around people? And again, some people struggle with this one because some people just like to be alone. But are you a people-loving person? Next question. Do you have determination and staying power after you've undertaken a project? And that project can be losing weight, gaining weight, increasing your health, figuring out where your limitation is, why you're always stuck hitting a wall at a certain point for like performance. So do you have determination and staying power after you've undertaken a project? Next question. Do you have a strong sense of adventure and positivity when going into the unknown? And this one people struggle with because your subconscious mind doesn't like the unknown. So do you have a strong sense of adventure and positivity when going into the unknown or an unknown situation? Next question. Do you often feel like expressing joy, smiling, laughing, singing for no special reason except you feel good? So do you start singing or smiling at everybody just because you feel good? So do you often feel like expressing joy, smiling, laughing, singing, dancing for no special reason except that you feel good? Next question. Do you express anger when annoyed instead of bottling it up? So if somebody does something you don't like, do you keep it within and don't say anything? You bottle it up, or do you express anger? So do you express anger when annoyed instead of bottling it up? Last question. Do you feel compassion, love, acceptance for all those with whom you are sharing this beautiful earth that we live on? So do you have compassion, love, acceptance for all those that we share this beautiful, amazing planet that we live on? I think the question could go bigger. Do you have love, acceptance, and compassion for all those that we share this universe with? So that's the nerve energy quiz questionnaire. You shade in, and your goal is to get up to 40 or as close to 40 as possible. So your nerve energy levels, your conservation of them are as high as possible. I started out in the middle of the pack around that 20 mark, and I'm getting myself up higher. And people ask, well, what do I do if I'm below 20 or something, or even below 30, or I'm really low? Some people are down, below 10. And my advice to you is to find a coach. Reach out to us at Clean Slate Health and Wellness. We can help. Adopt the energy enhancers. And I'll put a link on this video to our list of the energy enhancers. I'll try to put this barometer with the questions up, and you can always reach out to us, and I can send you the nerve energy questionnaire. You can find us at cleanslatehealthandwellness.com. Again, I have us set up on Facebook, so Clean Slate Health and Wellness. We have a Facebook group, Stuck in a Hole. Angie has Rising Above Trauma, meetup group, and a website. So we can help. If money's an issue, please talk to us. I want to help as many people as possible, and I know Angie feels the same way. But we do take a limited amount of people every month because we want to get the best results for our clients. That's our goal, is to get people living the life that they feel or know internally that they should be living, but they're not. To get your health boosted, your athletic performance, your happiness. So if you're struggling with anxiety, depression, weight, you need weight gain, health issues, please don't give up. Please reach out to us. Thanks for tuning in. I'll try to do another group in a week or two. So have a great day. Remember, you create the day, so make it a great one. And keep that positive thoughts, positive mindset, and positive frequency coming out of your body and fulfilling your life every day, because it's important. So hang in there. Have a great day. Reach out to us. See you in the next video.